So here we are. Deborah is back from a successful first term at university, back home, and well, it seems all their bladder requirements were very low. They're also very tired, so they're sleeping through this horrific thunderstorm. So I sent them all to bed, but I dare say there's going to be some waking up, some urgent toilet needs, and unfortunately their house is still quite small, as you can see. They've earned a fair amount of money. I just need to get around to upgrading the house, which would probably be a task I take on quite soon, because with 5 people living in here, there's only one bathroom, which means early morning routines can be a little bit rushed. Okay, who's waking up first? So this is Malia. What's she up to? She's going to make the bed because she's got the tidy trait. She's a little bit hungry. Oh, she doesn't have a bladder issue, which is great. So let's just check what's in the fridge. There's what's in the fridge. No, we don't want to work out just yet. It's too early in the morning for that. But then again, no, let's get that later. So she'll go straight to breakfast, I think. She's getting on a bit now. She's an elder. I mean, exercise is always good, whatever age you are, but even so. So, what's Carl up to? He wants to read a book, does he? Well, no. I think he can have breakfast as well. Share a morning meal with his good lady wife. Oops, and somebody's left a plate over from supper the previous evening. So they'll sit down to a nice cosy meal while the kids are in bed still. Actually, let's just check on there. Oh yes, we can see some desperately urgent bladder requirements. Well, I'll let them sleep in. It's a Wednesday, whatever that means. Now, let's see. I don't think it's a while since I've played this game. Oh, he does have a job, but that's not coming up for a while. And Malia is pretty much self-employed as a top gardener in Hidden Springs. As you can see, there's a fabulous glass house, whoops, out the back, which I'm sure we'll visit at some point. Oh dear, where is she? Let's have a quick pause here, see what's going on. I really do struggle sometimes to handle lots of Sims at the same time. I've only got 5 here, so I'm not sure how people manage with 8 or 16 or whatever some people manage to cram into their game. What's her needs? She needs to socialise a bit. As in fact, I think, does hubby. So why don't they... No, not him. Let's go back to Malia. Have her sit down and hopefully engage in a chat. They have actually recently renovated the runaround car, the name of which I've quite simply forgotten. So that's all now ready to use and it's looking very smart. Though it's not a terribly good family car, being a mere 2-seater runaround, but hey ho, that's what the game gave me, so that's what they've got to play with. She'll enthuse about exercise, perhaps. I don't think he'll care too much, to be honest, but let's see what pans out. So, up first is Dolly, our second daughter. She's in desperate need of the toilet, so she will wander over there. Deborah, is also in desperate need, but she's not quite read yet, so she'll wait. That's a good girl. So, what's Carlin? They're watching TV together. Well, let's have a good gossip, shall we? Right. What's Dolly going to do? It is breakfast, so... Ooh. She'll have a quick meal. Yeah, exactly. Get out of there. And Desiree, the youngest, is still fast asleep, though I dare say she'll be up soon. What are Carl and Malia up to? Goodness gracious, at their age still. Well, that's cool. They're in the way of the breakfast table. So, poor old Dolly. She's going to have fun eating that. Deborah. Go on, my dear. Oh, she's something of an artist. So, critiquing is something she really enjoys doing. Who's this? This is Carl. He is a bit of a nerd. And where do you find that? Having not played this for a few months, I forget so much, isn't it? It's on his phone, I think, isn't it? It's on his phone. Social networking. Oh, he hasn't retired. No, he hasn't retired. We discovered that earlier. He's got a job to go to in a day's time. And no, we don't want to see his family tree. What's his social networking groups? That's not there. Now, this is just... Don't you just hate this when people do this in play modes? You know exactly where it is, and I have completely forgotten. There's no other, which may be why it's not come up in the phone. 'Cause I'm sure it was on the phone. If we actually check Deborah, she was definitely in a social group at uni. Nope. Check social groups. There it is. You see, I knew it was on the phone. Yeah. And she's basically a rebel. You may remember if you read the blog. She led a protest after that dramatic fire in the student house. And that was a very successful process. Actually, let's see Carl. I found where that is. More, check social groups. Yeah, he's... well, he's not really engaged in social networking. He's a busy chap. He's got a life to lead, a family to look after. He doesn't have time for that sort of malarkey. So, what will we have him do? He could actually do a bit of a shower. And no, you're not woohooing. Dolly is having breakfast. Desiree's still asleep. Marlia's doing her tidying up thing. Oh, she loves tidying up. She's not a level 7 gardener yet. Is it too early to get... It's quite early in the morning, which is probably a good time to start gardening. And there's some things I love about the Seasons EP. That's all the fog. Snow is great. Rain really annoys me because it makes everyone wet and uncomfortable and have to keep changing their clothes, but hey, that's all part of the fun. Anyway, so I was... let's see what we can get. What's his ambitions? He wants to upgrade 15 objects. He's done 14 so far. No. I don't think... I like things being unbreakable. Because replacing them is a real pain. No, there's nothing to upgrade there. I think what was that? Oh, that's a kuka. Not much to upgrade there. In fact, I'm not sure they've got much to upgrade in here. That radio. Can you upgrade a radio? No. That sinks. Oh! Self-cleaning. Right. Yeah, you can look after that. They've got a dishwasher, so he doesn't need the sink to be in use. I was going to do with the shower. Let's get him doing something useful to start with, and then get him washed. He'll be properly dirty then, and he'll need it more than he does now. Deborah can stop faffing around, and she can have a quick breakfast. All this critiquing stuff, it's really not good. Marlia's love. If I remember correctly, these were collected by Dolly. I think she had the... just pause here for a second to check. Yeah, she's got... none of those traits make sense. Was it Desiree? No, one of them was a collector. I think it was Dolly I sent out to do collecting stuff. Well, it's got that wish on there, so I'm not sure. I don't tend to worry too much about wishes. The problem is you collect so many, you end up with so many lifetime reward points, and you end up spending them, and it kind of upsets the balance of the game a little bit, perhaps. If you've not been following what I've done on the blog, I mean, this is essentially my kind of version of a legacy challenge. It is a legacy challenge, but it doesn't. I don't keep to all the strict rules. I bend it a little bit. I try and play as honestly as I can. There's no cheat mods in it, really. No cheat mods in it properly, not just really. I'll use a couple of the gameplay improvement mods like Error Trap and so on, and Saver, just to make sure the game is as stable as it can be. But I don't cheat too much. But I don't worry too much about collecting points or portraits and stuff like that in the original official Legacy Challenge rule book, as it were. But you end up with so many reward points. You end up with sort of, you have to spend on things like no more bills or no more fires or all sorts of things, which really make the individual sims just so much more powerful, if you will, in terms of the game. I think it just unbalances a little bit. So I like to see them with nice points, and for some people, certainly as they start off in life, for the youngsters as they grow up, it can be useful. But once they get to a certain age, like my elders here, they just go over the top. I mean, I don't really need a clone. Maybe I will. We'll see how it goes on. But anyway, here's me gassing, and my poor little sims are just standing around doing nothing. So, Dolly, what do you need? You need to socialise a bit. I'll give you that, but I want you to clean up to start with. I don't like an untidy house. Deborah is going to eat. Youngster Desiree is still in bed. Yeah, youngsters. You just can't get them out of the sack sometime, can you? Anyway, right. And Malia, she's loving the... yeah, I think it's what Dolly picked up, this lovely snake. It's become quite a little feature of the house. I'm not quite sure she should actually be inside the whatever this thing is called. It's amazing how many names for things you forget when you actually want to bring them to mind. Anyway, right, Malia can finish up tidying. Have her tidy up the house. Clean the house. She loves doing that. Despite having 3 perfectly capable daughters, it's something that makes her feel good, so she'll do that. Let's carry on. Who's going to school today? Not paying attention. Are you going to school? Oh, you are. As is... Oh, dear me. She needs to get up. And quick. Right. Get her fed. Again, just a quick cereal. I always have cereal in the morning. I don't know if you care to know that, but that is my breakfast of choice. Right, and I said I had the saver installed. So let's just start a new sequence. Some time ago, when I first started playing Legacies, I had real problems with Error 12 crashing and it not saving, and I just lost so much time. So frustrating. The Error Trap mod helps a lot, and having the saver mod, which will save every 20 minutes, really does mean if it does go wrong, I don't lose a great amount of work or story, particularly during builds, because it works in both modes, and it's a genuine lifesaver. Anyway, that's worked. Excellent news. So let's go back to the house. Right, I think we've got everyone lined up to do stuff. Right, Desiree's finally getting out of bed. Where's Marley going? Oh, she's still cleaning up. Where has she gone? What are you doing out there? Oh dear. Consignment store clerks. Oh, he's finished! Yay! Carl's upgraded his 15th object. So he's got a whole new stack of lifetime reward points. Look at that. What can you... it's a lot. He could have a chat with Dolly. Could have a talk to Deborah. Actually, they're stood next to each other. Perhaps they ought to talk. That was me saying I don't collect these points, and here I am deliberately picking ones that they will gain from. Okay, so we'll just have a general chat. It's all nice and dandy. Let them carry on that. Hope she finishes her. Yeah, she'll be fine. Can she have a quick wash before? No, send her to school. She's a bit mucky, but what the hell. Yeah, the two young girls off to school. Marlia's doing the tidying stuff. Oh, they're collecting points and having a nice chat. Carl, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Actually, could improve his gardening skill. He just want to chat. I suppose you want to chat with skills at some point, but what the heck. Oh, bills. It's amazing how much they crank up by putting stuff in the house. Yes, it's my fault. Ah, there's our artist daughter. In the way of the dishwasher. Oh, that's lovely. Wasn't that quite good? Abstract. Well, actually, yes. Have a shower and actually get dressed. There you go. Actually, she hasn't actually rung her young boyfriend since she got back from uni. Perhaps she ought to do that at some point. Well, the two girls do it. They'll do it normal effort at school. I'm happy with that. Oh, uni. Right. What, you don't want to carry her? You'll just watch a bit of TV. With hubby. Get you into the shower and then send you... I'll get you into the toilet. Hello. I know that sound. Oh dear. You've gone and busted the shower, Debs. Right. Let's just get you into your bedroom for a second. He's great at fixing stuff, so you can repair that. Bye-bye TV. And what we'll do... Actually, those two, I think, should they be able to... Oh, I'm wandering off. Look, just go and sit on your bed for a second. I'll come back and deal with you in a moment. Relax. There you go. I mean, lots of jobs being switched today. And what we're going to do... Oh, you're going to relieve your insistent bladder. And then I'll send you out to do some gardening. It's still raining, but... You can do gardening in the greenhouse, that's fine. Right, yes, so... Young Deb's here. Whoops. Going to call... her boyfriend. Now, I actually came into this game a little while ago. When she first came back from uni and checked. And as I recall, I lost the romantic interactions with her boyfriend. Probably, I think, because he's still a teen. There he is, Johnny Christensen, handsome young fellow. They're still much in love. Right, well done, Carl. Fix, job done. Mop that up. And oh, she's hey, cool. That's it. Keep the relationship on tip-top form. Let's get down into our. Oh, blimey! Oh, just have you generally tend the garden. She really loves that snake, doesn't she? And of course there is. I've still got the trees outside here, so there's a real risk that she'll want to tend those. But we'll get the main garden stuff done. Right, Carl, what are you up to? Actually, yet time for you to relieve oneself. You may notice here one of the mods I put in here is the desensor mod. I just found the whole pixelating thing annoying. It doesn't really affect the story much, but I just like the realism of people actually being naked in the bath or the shower. Not that I want to see my Sims naked particularly, but it just seemed more realistic, and it just sort of gave a whole cleaner look to the thing. And I thought, well, what the heck? Okay, so what's do I really want to send her to Egypt or China? Can she actually go on her own? She's only a youngster. They have been abroad, the family. The backstory of Malia and Carl is that they did sort of leave home after a spat with his parents, his mother in particular, and her wayward affections. Not that was entirely her fault. She was subject to a seduction by Garrett Fisk, who had a familial sort of revenge story to play out on the Slade family, and she was his target, and it led to the breakup of the marriage and so blah 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 blah. You know how bad these things get when illicit romances come into play. And Carl had also had feelings for Garrett. So he was doubly upset by the fact that his mother A stole his potential boyfriend, and B got into a real relationship which effectively destroyed the marriage. The marriage did recover a little bit, but Pascal, her husband, came back briefly, but then sadly died of a heart attack. And Carl, just being a very sensitive fellow, just left with his female love, Malia, to Hidden Springs, with the view to travelling the world. They sort of got so far, they just loved Hidden Springs so much, and why not? It's a lovely location. They just kind of stayed. They have travelled a bit, but not as much as as the story was going to have them do when I first created it. But anyway, right, so does she want to do this? I really like education. I approve of education, so my kids should be educated. So let's see if that pans out. Let's give her that task. Okay, so what's Carl got to do? He needs a shower as well. Deborah's had a lovely conversation. No, she's not going to repair the shower. Oh, she loves this critiquing stuff. She could do these murals. She was doing quite a few around university. I wonder if she could do some around here. I'm not sure. Oh, rainbows. How many? 2. Wow, okay, cool. Right, I never find places in here. So, now I have got my own replacement for the theatre. Is it that one? Yes, it is that one. Which is the little theatre picture house, or whatever it was I called it. The little theatre. Whoa! Well remembered, Adrian. Okay, now I think she has already. No. Let's get this mouse working properly. She has. I think that's one of her murals from before she went to uni. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, Well, let's go to the lot to start with. No, don't critique it, woman. That's all she wants to do. I'll visit that lot. Okay. I'm not quite sure why she should want to go out painting murals in this sort of weather. I mean, maybe, of course, people won't be out and about, so they won't actually be there to notice her. Okay, how's Marla getting on with the gardening? Oh, she's doing. All that tree's looking a bit overgrown. Is that an apple tree? Oh, it's pomegranate. Lovely. The only problem with the greenhouse, there are a couple of little problems with creating a greenhouse, is that to actually plant things in there. Who's going to watch the tea? I'll come back to you in a moment. That'll be Carl. That is Carl, isn't it? Actually, could we send him out here to... What does he need for his job? Come on. Gardening's quite... I'm not really let him do much fishing. I used to... my first sim, Adam, I think it was, Adam Slade, the original, the starting point for the Legacy story, I had fish. But I've not let Carl do that. He's got too much else to do. I've got time to do. But his gardening could do with improvement for his job. So he can harvest those trees there, do something useful. Yeah, my wife's in there doing that. Is that a dead plant? So what was I saying about the greenhouse? Is the little problem is that you can't plant things in here, not into the ground, at least. If it's entirely indoor, which the greenhouse actually is, 'cause it's got a roof and everything. There you go. So you have to take a panel off, so the game thinks it's outdoors, and then you can plant stuff in and then put the window back. Now, that obviously takes funds, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I'm not really playing the game strictly to rules and fund and money rules and stuff, so I'm not too worried about that, and they have the money to cope with that, so that's lovely. Anyway, you guys can carry on. Where's Deborah? She's not. That's not her car. Daddy got that lovely little orange runaround. Oh, I'm going to have to reset that, I think. Well, I mean, I'm sure she did work. She did some of the paint work on this, the body work, so I suppose she's entitled to have some use of it. But no. Right, okay, I don't want to actually go in here. I want her. Let's go down and let's get the walls up. I'd like her. Can you not paint a mural? What's the wall mural? We'll only do a small one. Let's do a bigger one. No, let's cancel that. She's not into tagging. She's a proper artiste. She's been to university and everything. She knows what she's doing. So yeah, we don't need that anymore. We can do that. Right. And the folks home are doing the gardening, and the younger girls are still at school. That's fabulous. She's going to get very wet. And while she's doing that, for those of you who have not seen it, let me just pause this for a second. And I do build occasionally. It takes me an awful long time, so I don't do many of them. And I always like to do something based on reality, more real, nothing too imaginary or too grand. I get scared when I'm designing big, grand buildings or lots. There's just too much to put in. I end up with so much empty space, and it takes me forever to choose wallpaper, let alone all the accessories and stuff. So I tend to make them fairly small, modest sort of places, and based on places I know So this is sort of based on typical cinema, independent sort of arts type cinema you might see in the UK. There's a sort of a bar at the front. Actually, see, oh, he's a mix of excellent, good. What time is it? It is quite early, isn't it? 12. Yes, half past. That's a bit late to be opening, but yeah, I'm not sure if I set the house. Anyway, so here there's the bar and the lounge, the sort of entry point. This is a bit like one of the cinemas I know locally. And downstairs, I've actually used the movies screen to create 3 actual studio screens, different colours, based upon a Curzon, HMV Curzon cinema that I know in London, which has different coloured screens. I'm not sure if the colours actually differentiate the type of films that they show in there. I've kind of said they do in my description of the build. I've said they do. But of course, they'll play whatever your sim tells the screen to play, or whatever the NPC tells it to play. They work reasonably well, and the turnstiles at the top here, and the tickets machines are all sort of worked and configured so that you need the appropriate colour ticket to get the appropriate colour screen. And on the upstairs. A lot of places in the UK are turning into sort of more general arts places. They're not just cinemas and so on, but they're much more general sort of places where artists come together and practice or display or exhibit their work. So I wanted to create that sort of space here. So there's a little cafe, probably selling local, organically produced cakes and pastries and stuff. I'm sure you can get organic pastries, and lots of arty things for Sims to do. Throw pots, clay. You can do some drawing and planning, architecturally type stuff, and also painting. And there's a few bookshelves and library of related materials. And I also stuck in here so it could actually replace the movie theatre in game. So I've taken that out, and this is actually using one of Jinx's mods, which is the rabbit hole doors. You can use carpets, and there are other ways of getting rabbit holes in builds. The most commonly used one is to actually build into the basement, as I've done here, but actually put the rabbit hole building in the basement itself. As long as you've got stairs or whatever, you have some route for Sims to get down into the basement where you've put the lot. It will place it there. Oh, I've been playing for quite a while now. So saving. I think I've set this to save every 20 minutes. So the normal practice is to put the rabbit hole in the basement and just have stairs whenever going down to it, and hide it that way. I've never actually done that. I don't like the way it sounds, really. It's just sort of just doesn't appeal to me to do it that way. So I was quite happy to use the mods, which does mean the build isn't perhaps perfect for everybody, because not everyone likes to have mods in their games. But it does mean I've got a door they can go to, and it treats it like they're going into a movie theatre. A cinema, of course, I should say. Movie theatre is a particularly American term, I think. But they can go into that, and it treats it as as the movie theatre in the game, so it has all the appropriate opportunities and so on, and it treats it like that. And I can also play it as a real cinema by using my own screens downstairs in the basement. Anyway, so that's let's go back and see how she's getting on. She's only just sad because I paused the game as soon as the mixologist has arrived. Hopefully other NPCs do turn up, honest. But yeah, you can see he's looking a bit... He's a tourist. No, it's raining. Yeah, you'd think this was England, wouldn't you? It's always raining. Not always, but it rains more than they like it too. I don't like rain. Anyway, right, so those two are gardening at home. Hang on, that's the second new clerk we've had there. Right. Okay, so what I'll do, because I've played this for a long time, and I don't want to create too long a video to start with. What's happening here? It's going to be on Saturday. Ooh, right. I don't tend to do those sort of things. I'm so bad at organising and scheduling my Sims to be dressed and ready and set up for them. But we'll see what happens anyway. So I'm sure it'll warm me. Saturday. It's Wednesday today. It's a few days away, so hopefully I'll remember by then. Anyway, I'll stop it here. See what happens. And well, yeah, we'll carry on. See how my Sims do. I'd like to, once she's done this, I really want to get her back with her boyfriend Johnny, and just see if we can keep that romance going. So I said I tried it earlier, and they seem to have issues with it, which I think is an age difference thing, which is a bit annoying. I think there are mods to fix that, but I don't think I've got them here in this game. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, stop rambling on. I'll finish it here, and we'll see what happens next time. Bye for now.